Amazon sold $716 billion of stuff last year, and almost none of its profit came from selling you stuff. Read that again. The biggest store on earth barely makes money as a store. The fortune comes from something else entirely. A business you probably used 100 times this week without ever knowing it. Let me show you the machine. Here's what everybody believes. You buy things on Amazon. Amazon makes a profit on the things you buy. Simple. But that story is basically wrong. Because when you actually open Amazon's books, the store, the boxes, the trucks, the warehouses, keeps almost nothing. So if the store isn't the moneymaker, what is? Here's the one idea that unlocks all of it. Amazon isn't really a store. Amazon is basically a landlord. Think about a shopping mall. You walk in, you buy a shirt, and you think the mall makes its money selling shirts. It doesn't. The mall doesn't own the shirt store. The mall makes money renting out the space. Every shop inside pays the landlord rent, whether they sell anything or not. That's Amazon. The store you see is the mall. But Amazon's real money comes from owning the building and charging everybody else to be inside it. Once you see that, you can't unsee it. Start with the store itself. Last year, Amazon's retail business sold around $580 billion of products worldwide. Massive number, right? Now here's what's left after the warehouses, the shipping, the workers, the returns. About 6 cents a profit on every dollar. 6 cents. That's grocery store thin. The most powerful store in history runs on the same skinny margins as the corner shop selling milk and bread. The store is the bait, not the prize. Now the secret. It's called AWS, Amazon Web Services. And all it does is rent out computers. That's the whole business. Amazon owns giant buildings full of servers, and it rents them to everyone else. When you open Netflix, that's running on Amazon's computers. Order an Uber, Amazon's computers. TikTok, your banking app, half the games on your phone, all quietly renting space on Amazon servers, and every one of those companies pays Amazon rent, every hour, every day. Now here's the part that should stop you cold. A WS is less than 1/5 of Amazon's sales, a little slice, but it makes more than half of Amazon's total profit, 57% of it. While the store keeps 6 cents on the dollar, AWS keeps about 35. That's 6 times the margin. Same company, same logo. Amazon is a cloud company wearing a shopping cart costume. There's a second secret, and it's staring at you every time you shop. Those top results that say, sponsored. You scroll right past them, but somebody paid Amazon to put them there. That's an advertising business. Sellers paying just to show up first. And last year, that little sponsored tag brought in more than $68 billion. Let me put that in perspective. That's bigger than all of YouTube's advertising. The entire thing. Amazon built one of the biggest ad companies on the planet inside its own search bar. And it costs almost nothing, because you were already standing in the store. Now the piece that ties it together, most of the stuff on Amazon isn't even Amazon's. It belongs to millions of outside sellers. And to sell there, those sellers pay. They pay to list it. They pay Amazon to store it and ship it. And they pay to advertise it, or nobody ever sees it. Add it up, and Amazon can take 30 to 50 cents of every dollar a seller makes. A cut on the way in, a cut on the way out, a cut in the middle. Amazon doesn't have to own the product to get paid on the product. So here's the obvious question. If renting servers prints money at 35%, why does Amazon even bother with the store? Why run a business that only makes 6 cents on the dollar? 2 reasons. And they're the whole trick. 1, the store isn't a mistake. It's the trap. The store is what pulls a few 100 million shoppers in, keeps them on Prime, and creates the traffic the ad business feeds on. Kill the store, and you kill the audience that makes everything else so profitable. 2, nobody can just copy AWS. It took Amazon almost 20 years and hundreds of billions of dollars in servers to build. You can't spin that up in a garage. The low-margin store is the moat. The high-margin businesses live safely behind it. And this is the lesson that goes way beyond Amazon. The thing a company sells you is almost never where it actually makes its money. The money is in owning the ground, the servers, the shelf space, the marketplace, and charging everybody else rent to stand on it. You pay to shop there, companies pay to run there, sellers pay to sell there. Amazon just owns the ground. So, no, Amazon doesn't get rich selling you things. It gets rich renting out the internet and charging admission to its own store. The cart was never the point. The cart was just how they got you through the door. So next time somebody shows you how a company makes money, don't look at what they're selling you. Look at what everyone else is paying them for. That's where the money hides, every single time.